Get it. We'll start with Justin in the second row to your right.
Aaron, Terry was in here earlier. He said that he felt Savali just didn't have the right command out of the gate. What do you feel your first 5 hitters did well tonight?
Yeah, controlled the zone. That was when we're at our best. You know, making you come into the zone. Glaber sets the tone. Excuse me, with a really good at bat right out of the chute. And even Judge goes 3-2. Rizzo with a really good at bat. Then obviously Big G, but it was just heavy at bats and competitive at bats, and really set the tone for us.
Did you notice anything different in the way Nestor was throwing the ball compared to Game 2?
I thought his stuff was a little better actually. He he was in and out there a little bit. But man, what an effort. I mean, honestly going in, I would have been really excited about 10 batters. Getting through Quan that second time. Best case was kind of getting through Naylor in the middle of the order the second time through. He'll stop eventually. I know. For him to get through 2 times and then get Quan out the third time and give us 5 innings on 3 days was, just set us up so well.
What did Clay Holmes show you this series?
That he's healthy. I feel like he's throwing the ball really well, locked in. He's come in some big spots, and I feel like back half of the year, back month or so before he went, before he had the shoulder, feel like he started to really get it going a little bit, and definitely, I thought he was sharp in this series.
Far back to the right, Ed.
Aaron, ultimately, what was the difference in the series, you think?
I don't know. They're a really good team. They're tough to score against. They pitch really well. They catch the ball. They put so much pressure on you. I think we hit the ball out of the ballpark, which was big for us, and obviously played a big role in it today. I feel like our bullpen did the job. Garrett Cole had 2 huge starts for us, but it was as competitive a series as you can have. Going 5 games, a little bit of back and forth. They pulled one out late on us. I don't know what necessarily the difference was, but it was a hard fought, close series.
Ron up front.
In turning to Nestor, what gave you the confidence for him on short rest? Physically, what he brought? Mentally, what he brought?
Just the legend of Nestor. I just felt, I knew physically I felt like he was good. Had we played last night, he would have played a important role for us. I feel like last night's game, in a shorter stint, maybe 3-6 outs, whatever it may have been. And I know he felt good yesterday. So I knew he wanted the ball. And I just felt like, once we got rained out last night, I felt convicted that, Nestor was who I wanted to go with. And that sets us up with J-Mo, full bore in game 1, when obviously we've had to use a lot of pitching.
In turning to Houston, what is the challenge in pivoting a couple of hours from now toward facing them?
Well, the challenge is we're facing a great team. As far as the quick turnaround, we'll be fine. That's baseball. We do that all the time. We'll walk in there with some confidence. We know they're a great team and rested and ready, and we look forward to the challenge.
Andy up front.
So you just announced Tyone as your game 1 starter. Right?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
A couple other nuts and bolts because you're playing tomorrow. Is Hicks going to travel with the team?
I don't know.
And are you comfortable at this point starting Stanton left if you would need to?
We'll see. We'll have that conversation.
And
possibly.
And do you have any expectation that Benintendi could be on the roster?
I don't think so.
Laura, on your right.
Just because of his background, Nestor has liked to say that he pitches every game as if it's his last. Do you think that sort of mentality lends itself to a sort of do-or-die game like today?
I do. I think his mentality lends itself to a lot of things. And, I mean, what we've always loved about him, even when he was on the shuttle between AAA and here and coming up in spot starting or, mopping up in the bullpen, whatever role it may have been, he was always fearless, competitive, enjoyed playing the game. And I think it's critical this time of year that, obviously you got to have that competitive drive and things, but you got to have fun playing the game too. And he combines those two things really well.
Joel, on your right.
I think you might have just answered this with that, but you said before with an answer, I knew he wanted to pitch today. I'm assuming that's more than just him saying it. It's you believing something about him, correct? What is it that you believe that he'll handle a decisive game with the season on the line?
Well, just all of it. And look, it doesn't always mean you get the result you want. Had he gone out there and given up a couple, I know he's not going to, I know he's going to want it. Let us know where you are physically, how you came in. We were kind of checking on him day after he pitched, then the day after, then on 2 days, because last night he was going to play a role. It's just like, man, once we know you're sound physically, I just knew he's just got that it thing about him. I think combines competition with having fun and that right balance. He's always been that way. And so whatever the result he gave us out there, and obviously he did terrific and gave us more than I probably would have hoped for, I'm not surprised.
And just one other bookkeeping thing to follow up. Marinaccio, Montas, and or LeMahieu, any of them available for you in this series?
Potentially, yeah. Potentially a couple of those.
Can you say who?
Not yet. We got to have those conversations. That'll be plain conversations that will kind of finalize that stuff.
Ian, and then Anthony.
In facing and answering the challenge of back-to-back elimination games, what do you think your team showed people around the country that hadn't followed it all season about its fortitude, resilience, its heartbeat?
Yeah, I think the guys have done a good job of that all year, and it's obviously something we talk about. You guys hear me talk about it all the time from day one in spring training, that ups, downs, challenges, good times, bad times, adversity is all coming for you in a season, and it certainly did for us. Obviously getting off to a great start and then really hitting, some tough times. Injuries, really struggled there over a 4 to 6 week period. But these guys never stop believing, or it's just like, all right, we'll get through this, and that happens in a long season, but the message is also that happens within a game. It happens within a series. Things are going to not go your way, bounce against you, go for you. You got to be able to handle it and keep playing. And I thought they did a great job this series of just, hey, keep on playing. Fall behind 2-1. Garrett goes out and sets the tone and answers, and we just kind of kept playing in this series when it was a challenge, when it was difficult. And so whatever happens moving forward, I know we'll be up to the challenge and super competitive.
Anthony, in the second row on your right.
Aaron, with Kiner Falefa, you said he was going to play a role, and there he was. You had other options, so what made you believe that he could handle, getting back in there so quickly?
Just that. He was gonna, and knew he would, and he was ready. He was prepared. Last couple days, hasn't sulked at all. It's just like, get ready for my chance. He'll play a big role for us now moving forward too.
And then if I could just follow up, with DJ, Montes, and Marinaccio, are any of them ruled out because they physically can't do it?
None ruled out yet, no.
All right, Aaron.